Hi.
Hello.
Who is this?
This is EJ.
Thank you for talking to us here. Obviously, there's a lot of questions we have, but before we sort of start firing away, I'd love to just give you an opportunity to introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, my name is EJ, and I'm 22. I just want to start by saying that I'm sorry for using somebody else's pictures.
That's like the least of my concern, though. You've gone to some pretty serious extents. I don't think you realize how much it's affected me as a person.
I think this is just the first time I've really cared about someone. Before this, I really never dated anybody, so I don't know how to react to like my emotions. So they kind of just run wild.
You claim that you care about me, but then you have no issues sending screenshots of pictures that I sent you, trusting you to someone that I'm friends with. How do you tell me that you care about me, but then you do things that show that you have no respect for me?
Sometimes I don't think before I act on stuff.
Emma, I think you're asking all the right questions. I am very curious just to clear up a few basic questions.
Go for it.
EJ, you run the Instagram account that Emma's been talking to.
Yeah.
And is it just you? You're the only person that she's ever communicated with?
No, I'm not the only person she's communicated with.
Okay, so can you clarify that for us?
Well, I think the biggest person that she's communicated with is Jake, the actual guy in the pictures. He would use the Instagram to cheat on his girlfriend so he wouldn't have traced back to him.
But the picture on your Instagram was of Jake. So that's not a very good disguise account. That doesn't seem like it makes sense if you're trying to sneakily talk to women as someone else. Why would you have an account with your picture on it?
Well, his girlfriend is blocked on the page, so.
That doesn't really make sense. Here's where it gets really confusing. You say you have real feelings for Emma. Why on earth would you be okay with Jake talking to Emma, the girl you like?
He only talked to her a couple of times.
But you just said a second ago that the biggest person Emma had talked to was Jake.
Well, in the very beginning, before I actually caught feelings for her.
And then Kyle stole whose phone?
My phone. He started texting Emma. I didn't know about it, and he did some pretty, up.
Why are you taking all the heat for this then?
Yeah, where's Kyle and where's Jake?
Just because they played football, they didn't want to be involved or be embarrassed.
How do you explain the cameo? If you know Jake, then wouldn't you just text Jake and be like, yo, bro, can you send me this video for this girl I'm talking to? He's your boy, so you would just hit him up and ask him.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do that.
It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to just try that again, because Emma doesn't want to have talked to the real Jake. That's weird. Also, it involves Jake, and I don't want people to think that he's some sort of weird
Scumbag.
sleaze who's using Finsta accounts to talk to girls. It's not fair to Jake if that's not true. So are you sure Jake used your Instagram account to talk to girls, or is that the story that you had made up and you're sticking to it?
No, that's 100% the truth.
Why don't we get into what happened with you reaching out to Tyler?
And telling him that I was dead.
What was that about?
I don't really know. I don't really have an answer for that. I mean, acting out of anger.
Why were you so angry?
Just because I knew that we weren't getting back together, so I was hurt and I was just acting off my emotions.
So why don't we explain how Tyler came into possession of her nudes that you sent him? Why don't we talk about that part?
I don't know. It's just I was sending them to her friends, so I just felt like it wouldn't matter because she wouldn't care.
She wouldn't care if her friend had access to nude photos of her? Would you care if your nudes were sent about to your friends? Or if someone was selling them?
I never sold a nude.
So you were not behind the fake Emma profile that was,
He was.
advertising nude photos of her for sale?
No.
Then why would you tell her that you were selling her pictures online?
Just because she wasn't talking to me, so I just did it just to get her attention.
That doesn't even begin to touch on the whole Elena
Right, yeah.
thing, which is another account that you made to talk to and flirt with the guy that Emma was actually dating?
No.
You're not behind Elena.
No, I don't know.
Dude, listen, the number that Emma gave you is our phone. And when you texted, it came from elenaferreira@com. Why are your text messages coming from Elena Ferreira?
I can't explain it.
Well, there's a technical explanation, which is that you are signed in via that email. I'm not faking it. That's how you contacted us.
I just...
Look, EJ, this is awkward for all of us. And props to you for even coming on
forward.
here. You've made some decisions that I think you regret. You've told a lot of lies. And, you know, it's uncomfortable to sort of own up to that. But I think what you need to understand is that we don't necessarily need you to clear this up for us. We know the truth. We're giving you an opportunity for your own sake so that you can feel better to say it for yourself. And so that Emma can hear you say it and we can see if there's a way to move past the negativity and find some positive outcome.
Emma just wants the truth, and she deserves the truth.
It's time to stop us, stop yourself, and just be real.
How many profiles are out there?
Right now, I only have maybe three. Maybe three, yeah.
So Elena is you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
The fake Emma profile is you.
Yeah.
And then obviously the profile with Jake's picture was also you the whole time.
Yeah.
Why does your phone number come back to a Tiana?
Because it's my dead name.
So not a fiance. You've never been engaged.
No.
Being that that is your dead name, we will not be using it again. Why not tell Emma that when she asked you about the phone results?
Just being scared to just be honest and be myself.
Disclosure is a very difficult thing to do. That is a very understandable thing, but your behavior is not. It is pretty appalling, the things that you have put Emma through. In your quest of being close to her, you were trying to force Emma's hand. The way that you were sending her nudes out. You're upset, so you send somebody's pictures out? You don't have the right to do something like that, because I'm sure you wouldn't want that done to you. It is difficult to understand how someone who has decided to live an authentic life is leading such an inauthentic life on the side, doing all of this. Like, come on.
I think, obviously, I have anger issues. So for me, like when I do certain things, I don't even know that I'm doing them in the moment. Because I'll do it, and then it'll be brought back up to me, and I'm like, no, I didn't do that, but I actually did do it. I sort of just, I don't know, black out, I guess you could say.
But what brings that anger on? Was it something about Emma specifically?
Yeah, like, did I do something?
No. Like I was just in too deep, like emotionally. I think it was just like abandonment issues from like a childhood to like now. I don't really understand like how to handle people just leaving, I guess.
So you think the times when Emma may have threatened to stop talking to you, that could have triggered sort of that anger or fear of abandonment and then caused you to retaliate with harsh words or threats?
Yeah.
Who do you have to talk to about that?
Right now, I don't talk to anybody about that stuff.
Well, I think that it's going to be vital for you. It will help you avoid situations like this in the future. So before you can have any relationships with anyone and before you can truly live an authentic life, you got to start talking to somebody professionally about the things that you're feeling on the inside. Until you unlock some of what's going on in here, it's going to fester in your life and you're never going to be able to just live freely.
I agree.
Okay.
We've never had two hopefuls hook up.
An identical twin?
Everybody in Hawaii is in on this.
That's insane. We've never seen anything like this. The Catfish sent you the real guy's Facebook page.
Come on!